Today we're going to make my super easy apple pie overnight oats recipe. It is fast to pull together, it only takes a few ingredients, and you can obviously assemble it the night before and then have breakfast for several days that's already ready. We have all the warming spices that you love in apple pie, plus the crunch from the apples that are on top and also inside the overnight oats. It is the perfect meal prep breakfast, and I've been eating it on repeat. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button below and click the bell icon to be notified every time I post a new and delicious recipe. Let's get into it. So overnight oats, super easy by design. That's the whole premise. So first, maybe I should get a grater. Helpful. First step, I like to do my apple right into the bowl that I'm gonna mix everything in. So I've got myself a box grater. And I like to use Granny Smith here. You can use any apple that you like. I just like the tartness. You know, it's just a nice surprise. And I just washed it, and we're just gonna use the peel. You can of course peel it if that's not your shtick, but I don't find that it really makes much of a difference. So go ahead and just kind of grate your apple. You could cut it before you do this, but also again, it's not that serious. Also gives you something to hold on to, which is quite nice. All right, go ahead and just kind of get all of this off. Just put it straight into the bowl. This is why I do that. It's nice. Okay. All right, next step, oats. These are rolled oats, so not quick oats. Those would work, but you're gonna get kind of mush rather than kind of like a nice textural experience. That sounds weird, but I guess. So, and then I like to put chia seeds in there. You don't have to. If you don't like them, omit them, but they're a really great source of omega-3s, and it's just, I mean, they're also great for digestion. Like, just do it. And then some Greek yogurt. I use 2% because that's what I prefer the taste of. You can use whatever you like. You also don't have to use Greek yogurt. You could use any varietal that you'd like. Okay, so we've got that. And then now you can add some honey. Generally speaking, everyday me doesn't actually use honey. Sometimes I'll put a little bit on top, but it is obviously delightful with honey. So this is about a tablespoon, so it's nothing like, it's not an aggressive amount of honey. It's just like a little sweetness. You could also just use sweeter apples, and that might provide the same additional sweetness. And then we've got apple pie spice. Yes, I make this in a big batch, and then I put it in all the things. So you can make yours as well. And then you can make, gosh, scones and obviously pies. And I mean, it's just, it's everything. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and just, it's about a teaspoon. You can of course adjust this to your own personal taste. If you are, you know, a spice fanatic, then you can add more. You do you. And then our last final ingredient here, this is what last means. Our final ingredient is almond milk. This is unsweetened almond milk. It is the vanilla flavor. It's great with either plain or vanilla. It's really up to you, and honestly, sometimes Amazon Fresh, if I'm being honest. Okay, get that in there. All of our ingredients are in the bowl. It's taken like twice as much time because I've been chit-chatting about it. And we're just gonna mix delicately because I could have chosen a larger bowl also. Did not do that. So you can make this in as large a batch as you like. It does keep for, I would say, 3 to 4 days. You know, you don't really want to keep it much longer, especially with the fruit and the yogurt in there. It will kind of start to sour a bit. So just know that and plan accordingly. I usually make, you know, kind of 3 days in advance, and then I've got my meals for the first part of the week. I mean, there's really not much more to it. I'm trying to get, you know, some of the yogurt like gets a little clumpy. Obviously we're gonna stir it again once we're done, so it's not that serious. Maybe I just find it therapeutic, I don't know. Anyways, that's it, we've done it. We're going to cover this, we're going to put it in the refrigerator. You could of course make these in individual portions as well, which is what I do during the week, but it's totally up to you. It's how you find it easiest and best for you. So covering into the fridge overnight, and then mañana we are going to have a phenomenal breakfast that is already ready. All right, our oats are ready, and I'm just going to make a little topping for them. This is totally optional and really just purely for aesthetics, so you can know that, and either omit it or, you know, whatever makes you happy. So I'm just cutting up 2 different colored apples here. Obviously I've got myself a Granny Smith and a Gala apple. Okay, put those in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and preemptively squeeze a bit of lemon on it. This is going to keep it from browning, which you don't have to do necessarily. You know, if you're just going to serve it right then obviously do whatever you need. Yeah. Right, so here are our overnight oats. Ta-da! And we are just going to put them in our dishes. Each serving has about 188 calories, so, you know, this makes 4. But you could, you know, it's totally up to you, of course, how much or how little you eat. Okay. You can see that it got kind of, you know, nice and soft, and everything all kind of melded together. That one got a lot. Oopsies. So, just steal from the other one, because obviously this guy got the short end of the stick. I guess I'll just taste that one. Yeah. Nice, Lindsey. Now, you could of course add some sugar to this. You could drizzle this with a little bit extra honey. Whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to put some of these over in the kind of the side of each one, just for like a little color, a little extra texture. You know, we do have the grated apples inside, so you of course have a little bit of fruit in there as well. But this is just for a little extra color, a little crunch, and a little extra sweetness if that, you know, if you added a little sugar to it or something. So. All right, and then I'm just gonna sprinkle it with a little extra apple pie seasoning, and we'll, you know, be on our merry way. It's time to try. Take my little bunk sad one. Here she is. Here she is. Okay. Yum. It's soft and creamy. A little crunch from the apples inside, and obviously the ones on top. And like, you still have the texture of the oats. And since the chia has had time to bloom overnight, they're not like crunchy or hard in your teeth. And you just get that nice warming spice from the apple pie spice. And then just a little sweetness from the honey that we added, but not too much. So you could of course add more if you'd like.